Okay, we should be live.
Yep, I'm seeing
Unfortunately,
it. We've been live for like 6 seconds.
yeah, live for 6 seconds. Unfortunately, that Jager isn't responding. I told him 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. All right. Anywho, I guess we might as well just start off. Hello, guys. Frank Dad here once again. Yeah. Funny enough, this is the first time I'm showing my face on my YouTube channel, so that's fun.
Woo!
But is is that Jaeger here or no? Wait, there's 4 people.
Sorry,
Okay.
jumping on the computer.
Oh, yeah, it's your computer. Oh, so which one do you want? Your mobile or your computer?
This one. That one.
Your computer. Okay, then I'm gonna take your mobile off. Or okay, seems good. All right, I guess I'll just say that this is Frank Thanks again. Yes, this is the first time I'm showing my face on my channel, so I'm grateful for that. Going to do a review later, or probably sometime in the near future after all of this gameplay gets sorted out with Operation Apocalypse 6. Anywho, today we're going to talk about Rev 7. This is going to be like our after show wrap up. Kind of like,
Do you mean Rev
like a
11?
TV show. I'm sorry?
You said Rev 7. Do you mean Rev 11?
Rev 11. I'm sorry. This is chapter 7 of my Rev 11 series. I'm sorry. But anywho, this is gonna be like a wrap up. This is gonna be like the end of a season. The characters would go talk to each other and everything out of context or out of the world. So anyway, today I have Fenrir, also known as Mom. That you're one of the lieutenants for the Minutemen, right? Like one of the shot callers, right? We don't hear you, unfortunately.
Not really.
Oh, not really. Fair enough. Well, yeah, you're doing a good job telling people where to go and everything. But
yeah, next Rev was Rev 10. I think my sound is.
Sure.
Yeah, you're running on like a 5-second delay.
Yeah, like the viewers are supposed to get a 5-second delay, not the screen presenters. If you want to switch over back to mobile real quick, I think that'll be better. I hate to have you flip. Yep, I hate to have you flip flop and everything. But anywho, we got Fenrir, also known as Mom, that you saw in a couple videos that she was running stuff at the Minutemen camp. And then also too, I was able to get Skittles, who is with the Circus of Value and Royal Blue, right?
Royal Blue is what I run. Circus of Value is a close associate of ours. Separate entities, but very closely tied.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have you. I'm glad that you volunteered to come on here. Anywho, real quick before we get into the nitty-gritty of this, I would just like to thank my sponsor, Blue Mag Airsoft. Great quality BBs at a reasonable price. They sell everything from everything's bio, everything from 2.0s to 4.0s for non-tracer, and then mixed tracer from 2.0 to 3.2. It's very owned and operated. I did mention free shipping, which is great, especially now, because shipping prices are insane. And when people want to get an order of BBs, they have to get like $100 usually at other places, but not Blue Man, which is awesome. Link is in the description if you guys want to check them out. I would highly suggest it. That their prices are pretty good. So, anywho, I have a little document with all of our bullet points. I'm trying to pull that up real quick. But in the meantime, I'm trying to think real quick because I have it right here. Cool. It's just going to take a few seconds to load. So just real quick while it's loading, how is everyone doing today? Good?
Pretty good. It's Friday.
TGIF, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm traveling to see some friends, so super stoked about that.
So, unfortunately, my computer is a dinosaur, and Word takes a lot of processing power, so it's going to take just a little bit to load. But in the meanwhile, and I asked people to bring some mementos. Does anyone have any like cool mementos that they want to share real quick?
Hold on. I keep this on me, actually, at all times because I love this thing. Somebody made me a hand-forged bottle opener.
Ooh, that's nice.
And gave it to me, and I love this thing, and I keep this thing on me at all times. It's super cool, and like probably one of my favorite trinkets.
Nice. Fenrir, what about you?
I have a bag of goodies of trinkets and stuff that we've collected. Sad part is I just moved, so they are still in a box somewhere.
Well, you win some, you lose some. I know for me, I got a bunch of crap to my left, but
Do
as
have
you
do have this that was located, actually just thrown at me. It is a Starbucks Frappuccino cap that has the Rev 11 logo inside of it that's epoxied in there with a pin.
nice.
Pretty
That's
nifty.
cool.
When'd you pick that up?
I'm not sure. It was looted off of somebody at some point that weekend.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's probably better loot than getting a fuel rod stolen. For those of you who have been playing the home game. But anywho, one of the mementos that I'd like to show real quick, actually, I got two. One is a 500 denomination cap that I got from the historian who was towards Cedar Crest at that bus at Cedar Crest.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed up as Indiana Jones. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I got that for trading cassette tape and embellishing it a little bit. And then also too, I have one of Dr. Bob's Get Well cards that I bought for 25 caps and never used. So it's getting used next year. So, anywho, with all that said, we had enough time for Word to load, finally. And we have a couple bullet points that we just want to go through. So, first off, how was the event for you guys? Like, I tried to get a dissection of all the people from Rev. That I'm rather new to Rev itself. I know skills you've been going. How many Revs have you gone to?
I've been playing since Rev 4, and I've played every Fertile Crescent. So what's it? Last one was
7?
Fertile 6. Well, Fertile 6, and
Yeah.
So like 13-ish. Something like that.
Wow.
2 revs for me.
Nice. I know this was my first Rev, and I'm going to go back. So hopefully that hopefully I have a better time than before. But anywho, though, how's the event for you guys? Like skills, I know you were an NPC for most of the part, like for most of the time. Like, do you have any insights that other people or you can give other people that they don't get being an NPC?
Sure. It's really strange because usually, or most of the NPCs are people who have played the event a fair amount and kind of just end up falling into a less combat-y role and eventually get asked to roleplay, which is the case for me. So for me, it's always an interesting juggling act of my job. Not that I'm like hired or paid or affiliated with the field or anything, but my job is to make sure that I disseminate my quest and make sure that everybody gets to get it done and get like good like roleplay interactions with me, so you get to feel pulled into the world that they're trying to build. With the high player count that we had, I was allowed to have some extra roleplay assistants to help me get my quest out, which was a huge help. I don't think I could have done it otherwise because it was very busy this year, and there was a lot going on, and it was a lot of people to try and get to, but it was a good time. It was just very busy.
Yeah, that there was 1,200 people. Yeah, 1,200 people at the event. About
something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
It was a big number jump from last year.
Oh,
and I feel
sorry.
And I feel as though with the higher number jump, we might need more set NPCs like the Candyman, that line being 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Was a little crazy at times.
Yeah, but,
can I comment on that, or are we trying to roll through quickly?
Yeah, if you want to comment on it, you can.
Yeah. So what they tried to do this year, and this was like a kind of a new thing, is they tried to give the main quest givers assistant role players to help give out the quests. So as opposed to you being stuck in one long line all to get the same quest, for me, I had like 2 people and then myself. So basically, we could go through the line 3 times as fast by all 3 of us having the same character interaction and running off not the same script, but like this, we're running on the same sheet of music, so we can be like, "Hey, here's what we're doing," and it doesn't cheapen the roleplay experience, but it gets more people to get to do it in a more timely fashion.
Yeah, that's rather smart. Like, it's just disseminating the work at that point, or dividing the work. Yeah, and like you said, it doesn't detract from the experience, which that was smart on the organizer's part. What about you, Fenrir? How's your experience? Because I know our experiences as players were completely different.
My experience, as always, was amazing. First Rev of Rev 10, we had such a blast that this year we brought the kids along, and they had a wonderful time. I know my son has ended up as a YouTube and TikTok video because he was looting people in the town. He was dragging people into dark alleys and robbing them. Good parenting on my part, apparently. But it was a wonderful time, as always. The way everything was set up and run was great.
Yeah, it was pretty efficient. That the parking situation probably wasn't the best, but you're dealt the hand, or you're dealt the hand you're dealt. But other than that, the event in my opinion went pretty well. That I know for me, being a first timer, day 1 I was just running around the town, running around up down to north to Clue, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, that I was just running up down, trying to figure out what to do. And then day 2, Jager, unfortunately, he's not here. That he was like, "Hey, go to ATC." And I do have to mention real quick, because I know I'll get crucified if I don't mention this, that I screwed up in my video. That it should have been Wasteland Trading Society, correct? Not ATC?
Yes, it was Wasteland Trading Company, not the ATC is Adirondack Trading Company. That's their own little thing.
Yeah, that I kind of screwed up with that. I'm sorry for the 2 people that yelled at me about that. But for the future, though, that I'm gonna try to make sure I get my lingo correct. But however, though, like I said, it was a good time. Day 2. As you saw in chapter 5 of my series, that I won, and that was nice. And we were able, me and 10 other people, or 9 other people in that dome, were able to get victory coins. I don't know if you can see that. That's upside down. Live video, everybody. No, but yeah, the victory coins are nice, decent quality, and everything. It's just that I know next year I'm going to try to do a lot more to really earn it. And luckily, though, Reno was able to win. Found that out through another video. And the 2 people that were with me, excluding Tyler, Brent, and Lana, they were able to win, so that was nice. But yeah, that definitely going to try to get more immersed in the world. That's probably going to definitely pay off. Am I right, Skills?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, you broke up right at the end there.
That it's better if you get immersed in the world of Rev while you're there. Like, am I right?
Yes. I would definitely say that, like, if you want to really like get the most out of the game, you gotta really like dive into all the character interactions with everybody, and like once you build all those like friendships and like all those relationships with all those people, it pulls you in a lot more, and you can do a whole lot more like weird, wacky, fun things, because you can kind of be like, hey, you know how you owe me that thing from like 2 years ago? Right now we're doing it.
Yeah,
well, this year I already got my caps ordered, so Mom has her own specific caps that'll be floating about.
Oh, nice. For me, Yeah, that I already, as you know, if you've seen the series, I have a lot of caps. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. So I replenished that supply, and yeah, you might see more shenanigans with a bunch of caps. I don't know, but hopefully med kits carry over. That I'm not going to say they are. I'm not going to say they're not. I just say I hope they carry over because shelling out another 150 caps, 200 caps is going to hurt.
So typically what they do is the med stim packs from the year before are a longer revive time.
Okay.
So like the ones from Rev 10 were a 1 minute revive, whereas the ones from Rev 11 were only a 30-second revive.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Yeah. So what? And again, I'm not like a super big authority on this. I just can speak from experience. They usually do that so that for new players, kind of like you were this year, you aren't being bullied by people who have like legacy items.
Mhm.
So like,
Yep.
Because like if I had all my stim packs and I was still a player, I'd have like 15 stim packs, and it would be a bit
Say 10, you
ludicrous.
had them all up on your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh, no, wait, it was for
I can
crescent.
admin heal people, so I don't really need to.
Yeah. Which I mean that's kind of cool. Um, but yeah, that hopefully, or well, like you said, stim packs, older stim packs are going to be good. So yeah, that's 200 caps I saved. Anywho, next topic, real quick. I know skills you can't really answer this, but or actually you can kind of answer this. Did you win the event? I know, as I said previously, yes, I got my survivor coin and I won. Fenrir, you got something else, didn't you?
I got, so because of the large force that we had over at Cedar Crest, we made sure that the children and like first timers got in the dome and got their challenge coins. So I was making a deal with Swamp Sniper, and in exchange he gave me a Ballahack challenge coin.
That must be kind of rare, a lot rarer than
So
the survivor coins.
I have not seen them before. So, to my knowledge of my 2 years of being there, I haven't located one. So I was like, "This is really cool. It's definitely going in the display."
Yeah, that you basically won at that point. You got like a one of a kind item, not 200 of a kind. So
Loop connection.
I got a rare find.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
As for you, skills, that what were you doing towards the end of the game? I'm just curious. Like I know you're running through town trying to do something.
Me or Skittles?
Skittles. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't run, so I don't think you're talking to me.
No, not you. No. Are you there, skills? We'll circle back to him. That I think he's having some connection issues. Anywho, how many achievement how many achievement coins did you get, Fenrir? Just asking.
The achievement coins, the green ones.
Yeah, that. Well, I mean, in general, like the glow in the dark ones that you get.
Yeah,
from
the glow in the dark
quest.
ones. I got this year. We got 5 out of the 7.
Yeah, I got a 5 out of the 7 too. That also too, I got a fan made achievement coin. I know it's pretty hard to see, but
Is that the trash ones?
yeah, it's a trash one.
Yep, those trash ones are awesome. Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah, that was awesome for someone to do. Just
I think my connection is stabilized again. Sorry about that.
Cool. All right. So anywho, what I was going to ask is that what were you doing towards the end of day 2, Skittles? That the question was, did you win? But you were doing something. I don't know what you were doing.
One more time, you're just kind of quiet.
Okay. That towards the end of day 2, you're running through the middle of town, and you were on a mission. You were a man on a mission. That we're just wondering, like, what were you doing?
I honestly, was probably fleeing from the hunters.
Mhm.
Trying to just book it on out of there.
I honestly. Oh, sorry.
I've already taken one L from an unkillable monster NPC, and I didn't plan on taking another.
Well, the one advantage of being an NPC is that you can't die. So.
For them, you can. Those are the only things that can kill the NPCs.
Oh.
I can't die from players. I can die from other NPCs sometimes.
Okay. But and the hunters obviously are the big bad you can die from.
Yes.
The hunters
They kill everyone indiscriminately.
Were a lot of fun.
I'm sorry?
I said they kill everyone indiscriminately.
Yeah. I was talking to Skills. You said what?
The hunters were like a lot of fun to work with.
Yeah.
And like see the behind the scenes as they were getting kitted up, because like every once in a while I would wander in the barn to make sure I had like the admin stuff that I needed, and I'd see them just sliding the armor up their legs. I'm like, ooh, oh, that's terrifying. All right, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
And then I'd go back on the field and keep my mouth shut.
Fair enough. She was going to ask. Oh, were they also dedicated role players, or are they refs, or just regular players that decided to volunteer?
They were people that Swamp Sniper had like made contact with well ahead of time. The stuff to do their thing was ready last year. Like all the stuff for Rev 11 has been sitting in the barn since last year when it got canceled, or 2 years ago, I guess at this point.
Well,
and so like I had already seen what they looked like a couple weeks out of when Rev 11 was supposed to happen. And so I just like spent an entire year with my mouth just like zipped shut. It's like, this is really cool.
I want to tell him. I want to tell him. I want to tell him.
that must be torture.
I'm not gonna rat.
Yeah, that I would be like that one Monty Python sketch from The Life of Brian, when that Roman guy comes in and they're talking about the general. I'm not going to say it because we're trying to keep it PG. You all know what I'm talking about. I would be like that. Anywho, since you were a role player, that you didn't complete, you couldn't have completed any achievements.
No. Well, I mean, like, I fought twice in the blood pit, for giggles, because got to stretch your legs out and go scare some people. But yeah, no, I didn't get to like conventionally do any of the achievements, which is fine.
Yeah. All right. So, anywho, next topic: any memorable moments from Rev that did you see anyone like do something did anyone see anyone do anything wacky, or anything funny, or just anything that like leaves a lasting impression in your head?
The theatrics when the hunters came out is like the best. The over dramatic deaths, and I know Skittles is usually one of them.
Yes.
In the center of town.
As we see a lot in the Swamp Sniper videos.
Yeah. The really over dramatic and theatrics, and just being in the Discord with everyone, a lot of the characters like Reno and stuff like that, this is a year-long prep. This is what I'm planning on doing. This is what I'm going to go with. This is my storyline, and fully just immersing in that character role.
Yeah, that I remember on the Discord that can I name drop the Discord? Fenrir, can I name drop or mention the Discord name and?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we're all part of a Discord called Wasteland Coalition. That pretty much It's a bunch of people that go at Rev, and then other events kind of like Rev, and just other events in general. Because some people were going to go to Apocalypse 6. I went. For those of you who said hi, thank you. But anywho, that I remember when I first joined, like a week after I joined Reno, I was like, all right, it's 11 months till Rev 12. And I was like, okay, I'm getting my kit together now. And I got most of my kit together. I just got to get a couple more things for my Alice rig. But I'm probably going to do a loadout video either in June or either in September because there's another event that I don't know if I'm going to or not, but there's another event in June that is not Ballahack. However, there is Pearl Crescent, May 21st to 22nd, right? Let me check it real quick on my calendar. Yeah, May 21st and 22nd. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be going. I got op that weekend, which sucks, but definitely going to make it out to Rev 12.
Yeah.
Skills. Did you see anything interesting during the event?
Did I see anything interesting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I get a lot of people coming by me. I am one of like any NPC. I'm likely to see just about every player because they kind of have to come through us to do their quests. So
Yeah.
based on just being that intersection of people, yeah, I saw some funny, wacky stuff. One of my actually, I realized I have a memento with me that I forgot about. Well, not forgot about. I just forgot it's a memento. Christopher robbed me, not literally, but as we do trade at Royal Blue, and I had some of the quest items. He brought a really nice set of dice for pen and paper RPGs, and I'm a pen and paper RPG nerd. And he rinsed me out with this stuff because they are really pretty.
That's not Chessex. That's nice.
Of dice.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a full set. They're I think they're $40 new or something. And I was
gonna say those are at least 30 for the metal ones.
Yeah, I was like, and it wasn't about the money. It's just that's a really cool dice set, and I'm a sucker for that. So you're about to clean me out. And
spoiler for his video.
Yeah, he made off with a good amount of stuff from that.
And we're just gonna leave it at that so that we don't spoil his story.
So what you're saying is I need to bring more nerd trinkets.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta target my nerddom because I've already got the dice set. You gotta figure something else out now.
Oh, I wouldn't go with the dice set. There's plenty of other trinkets and characters and figurines and such and things.
You know what? Brick, my better half, both on and off the airsoft field, loves flowers. So if you bring flowers, there's a good chance I'll try and snag those up for her.
Like glass roses.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. She's smiling. Yeah. That might do it. I can't promise
What about 3D printed Jones?
I don't know about 3D prints because we have access to a bunch of 3D printers.
Well, speaking of,
I mean, if it's really clever, of course, but
yeah. Speaking of 3D printers, that I got one going right now. I'm trying to finish this one print, and it's been annoying me that that I tried running it at 3 o'clock in the morning in my room. That didn't work out well, but yeah.
How'd sleeping work?
It was horrible, but I have this one print going. It's been going for the past 6 hours. It failed 3 times already. I gotta attend to it just for 1 second. I'll be right back.
It's wait, save the 3D print. Was that upset that I don't know where that?
All right, we're back. No, that I'm printing a dummy grenade for the walk I'm going to tomorrow, and pretty much, yeah, that there's something wrong with the extruder gear. Like, if with the spool, that if there's too much weight on the spool, then the extruder gear pops out and it won't send it down to the nozzle. For those of you who think I just spoke Chinese, it sure sounded like it. Look into 3D printing. Anywho, most memorable moment for me. This is kind of interesting. So, as everyone knows, I was running a camera. And unfortunately, though, when I was waiting in line, the long line for Candyman, C7 Viper, he's awesome, by the way. I also gave him a couple patches. I don't have them with me. They're on my patch wall. When you see my review, you'll see them for a gun that I just bought. But I gave him a couple patches, and he gave me a couple patches. So
Nice.
I have a blue C7 Viper patch, and then an exclusive Candy Crew patch, which, like, these are great additions. And then also two that we were given. Anyone who gave him a patch or said that they were a part of his team, they were given a little arm, like a little wristband that said Candy Crew on the front, and then Rev 11 on the back. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But however, though, the most memorable moment. So I was waiting in line for the Candyman. I got this thing that was, we thought it was an eye in a jar that we were supposed to give it to Clue, and it was like a little bouncy ball in a jar. Anywho, that it was the eye's name was Horace, but we didn't know the name was written on top of the jar. So me and Tyler, we wait in line for like an hour, waiting to get to Candyman. We buy this thing, we're going up north, and then we hear over the loudspeakers from the DJ, and this is so-and-so and Clue on Wasteland Radio. Me and Tyler look at each other, we yell at each other, Clue! So we bolt to the radio station, and then unfortunately, though, we give him it, and he's like, oh no, sorry, this is not what I'm looking for. The Candyman tricked you again. Or tricked someone again. We're like, ah, darn. But it turns out it was the one, like, special possession of that one merchant below the radio tower. If you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't make it to the town really at all.
Fair enough. So, do you know what I'm talking about? That one merchant off to the side with like a metal table next to the bank.
I didn't get to make it into town a lot. I was pretty stationary. I do have a fun story about that eye, though, because there was like one of my assistant role players. You probably saw him walking around. He had a trash can hat with a bunch of dangly bits off of it.
Yes.
Super intricate kid. Yeah. He got like real life, like that person who plays that character got like infatuated with trying to get the Eye of Horus and just went on a hunt for it. Just like, if you bring this to me, I will give you. And I think he had like a couple of fuel cells to give away for it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, just get me that thing. Just get me that thing. And it ended up with the barber. And I think they eventually did successfully trade that off. And that was just a fun little thing to see going on behind the scenes between the role players. Is like, really? Okay. Nice. Good to have things you care about.
Well, obviously now that the role players do have fun while they're doing this event.
Yeah, the role players have fun. Like, there's a lot going on. So, like, obviously the first focus is like making sure that gameplay is running smoothly. People are getting your quest so that they have the opportunity to do it, and making sure people are having fun and everybody's being safe. But yeah, like once all that stuff's taken care of, you can kind of have some fun with it and get some cool interactions.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. That funny enough, yeah, that merchant that I was talking about, they wound up with the eye, and I was thinking about stealing it, but then I was like, nah, it's probably not worth it. Probably not worth getting shot.
You could have got a couple fuel cells from the right buyer.
Well, I mean, are you allowed to steal from merchants?
Yes.
If you are.
That one's a bit complicated because, like, did they have like a role player armband?
Yes.
Oh, then no.
Then I probably wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's an actual like merchant armband, then no. If it's one of the
Also,
pop-up
like,
merchants,
generally-
yes.
Okay.
Allowed to,
Also,
yes.
just generally, you should, if you see someone trying to, like, because some people bring, like, actual, like, valuable things that,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
are, like, they are looking to, like, actually sell, definitely don't touch those. But if it's, like,
Oh,
something
no,
that they
no.
were, like...
I'm sorry.
No, I
Sorry.
didn't think so. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah,
But, like, if it's something that's just, like, a silly in-game item, then, I don't know. It's a gray area. I would just shoot them and loot them if you wanted to be safest about it.
Yeah, I was talking about an in-game item. Like, I know at the start date to it, there was a amped line for sale for caps, which I mean, that surprised me. First and foremost, someone will bring an amped line for HPA to trade. Which I mean, if I have my 500 cap, which I took it off the field after day one because I wanted to make it a patch and throw on my patch wall. But if I still have my 500 cap, I think I would have got that amped line. But
What's it?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I ended up getting what's it? Through trade, I paid caps. I got a Lancer M4 and a Elite Force Glock 19X.
How?
Just because I had like caps to throw at people, and people wanted in-game money, and some people have way more guns than they do in-game currency, and they can afford to bring that as a tradable item.
I know my son ended up for, I think he spent 200 caps each for a brand new bipod and a sight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm like,
Wow.
where did you get these? He goes, oh, I bought them with caps. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
What?
You.
Caps that he got for free from robbing people in the alleys. He he bought a bipod and a sight for his gun.
Parenting. Ding. I know for me that I was like this close to getting a machete, and then I left all my stuff back at Cedar Crest, so I couldn't get it. I was like, swing by Cedar Crest next time. And then I had to walk off the field to relieve myself, and then everything happened. We all know what happened. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I couldn't find him again, and I couldn't get that machete. So yeah, that next time, definitely keeping caps on me for crazy stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. Unless if anyone else has any other memorable moments.
I mean, memorable moment would be my small child wrapped up in the wubby behind the tent that nobody knew he was there as we got ambushed by 3 different squads of people. He's just taking a nap.
Nice. All right, so anyway, time to get into a little bit of the nitty-gritty. So, day one. How was day one for you, Skittles? Like, was it busy? Was it like people trying to figure out what to do? Like, how was it? You there, Skills? Oh, we got some more connection issues. Anyway, for Fenrir, how was your day one?
My day one was pretty busy trying to set up base camp up at Cedar Crest and making sure, we had people defending the walls and being third in command pretty much. Just trying to designate with people on who was helping us, who was trading with us, who was just kind of hanging out, providing security for paid security for players to be able to go complete events and quests, and also security for the Wasteland Trading Society, which was Lux and Fletcher and them that had all of their actual for sale items set up there.
Oh, sorry. No, you can go.
Sorry, what was the question that you were asking before my connection did the thing?
How was your day one experience? Like, was it busy, hectic, people trying to figure out what to do?
day one was really chaotic, trying to cope with that high player count. It was really chaotic. It was really busy. Like we eventually kind of sat down into a rhythm for it, but yeah, just starting off, it was there was a lot to try and deal with, and it was a lot to try and like we have we have a pretty good idea of what the quest for it, but execute it like in real life with like 1,000 people is very different than like looking at a piece of paper and being like, ah, yes, and then they take the bucket and grab the water, and just trying to sort through what the most efficient way to like give that like speech in a way that is like roleplay friendly, that makes you feel immersed, but also is like succinct enough to get you in the door and then get you out the door. That was day one, is trying to nail all that down.
Fair enough. Oh, with the buckets, did any of them get shot out or just get holes in them from BBs from people just shooting at them? I'm just curious. Did any of the buckets get shot at? Like, did you wind up with broken buckets?
I believe the art curator in town took issue with the water being used for cooling a fusion reactor and not being used for watercolor art, and sent some people to gun our water couriers down.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Pierre.
That's mean. Bullies.
So, yeah, that happened, but I think we got all the buckets back, and ultimately it was all in good fun. It made the quest a little less monotonous, I'm sure.
Yeah, that we might see some more plot developing between Royal Blue and the curator, or the curator, right, or just the artist?
Pierre.
Pierre Robert.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, you're all good.
Just saying, for those of you who are wondering, why am I saying Pierre Robert? Well, oh shoot, I forget the radio station, but it's a radio station out of Philly. But rock station, the DJ is Pierre Robert. So WMMR, good radio station. But yeah, that's why I say it just rolls off the tongue. But yeah, for day one for me, like I said, running around trying to figure out how to do stuff. We did, funny enough, we got a key, and we hit the key, and we were trying to get access chips and everything. And were there only 4 keys on the field, or were there more? Now, this is a Skittles question. I'm sorry.
What's up? Sorry,
I think his connection is bad again. But keys. How many keys were out on the field at one time? 4?
Oh my God, there were not many. I don't have the exact number on my head. I'm sure I could look back into notes somewhere and find it, but 50? How do you remember? Oh, good brain.
15.
At least
50 keys or 50 chips?
I think it's 50 chips, not 50 keys.
Yeah, I think there was 50 chips. There was only the 4 or 5 bunkers, but there would only have been. Yeah, so not the chips, the keys.
Yeah, the bunker keys, there were only like 5, I think. Sorry, yeah. I was talking about the chips. That's my bad.
Okay, that's all right. But yeah, then if one of the bunkers got not open day one, like if there were only 3 bunkers open day one, we're my group's kind of blamed for that. That we hid the key towards the spawn closer to the LZ day one under a tree, and we forgot about it. And then right before the start of day 2, that people were asking, "Oh, where's his key? Where's his key?" Clue was able to talk to Mike Jager, and we were able to go out with the marshals trying to find this key before the start of the game. And they're like, "You gotta find this key, or else we're gonna have to use an angle grinder on the lock." And we didn't know day 1 items didn't transfer over to day 2. So
Most of them do, just not the keys and the bunkers, because those are new.
Yeah. Yeah, we learned that the hard way. that luckily though Brett had the key in a sandwich bag in a specific spot. As soon as the marshals found him, he went right to the key. So that was pretty funny. But day 2 experiences, I'll start first since I guess Skittles is having some connection issues. That day 2, lot funner. That like I think for the first time people, after you figure out what's happening, day 1, day 2, you really get into it and you try to win. But then also too, there's like I know they said, oh, there's gonna be a lot more violence. I only got shot 3 times and killed by radiation once. Speaking of radiation, what's your opinion of that, or what are your guys' opinion of the radiation? How they played that out?
With the smokes?
Yes.
Sorry, if you want to go first.
Go ahead. You have connection now. Go ahead.
Yes, Jules, you can go.
All right. So the radiation at a lot of times was kind of a tool to disperse players that were like too many gathered in one place. Like it looked like there was going to be trouble, or sometimes if a role player needed a break, they would radiation storm it so that there would be an organic way to disperse players so that like we could have a second where we can press ourselves, get our stuff together, and carry on doing the job. I thought it was fun, and I thought it was a good soft way to reintroduce smoke to Ballahack because they've been banned for the past. I think this is like the time in which you guys playing Rev. This is the first time you guys have played Rev with smoke. First time you played Rev, one of you. But they used to have them, and then they got cut off for like 5 years, I think, and they just came back. And they only brought them back to feel like 3 months before Rev. And
it was like 3 weeks.
They were a bit worried that like 1,000 players who have just gotten access to smokes again would have been a bit
crazy. Yeah, that would have been crazy. That I bought smoke and I was like, "Hey, can I use it?" Oh no, sorry. That we have some plan for that. That if you, like you said, if you had over 1,000 players using smoke, that it would have looked like a bomb went off at Ballahack.
You really would have needed those respirators.
Yeah,
a rainbow bomb would have went off.
Yeah. Reno would have got lucky that he already had his respirator, so I don't think he had any filters though, did he?
I don't know if he had the filters in him or not.
He would have been dead then. All of us would have been dead. No, but I think the smokes it was awesome that they used it in that way, and also too for those of you who couldn't hear Skittles, pretty much they used the smokes to disperse players that were one big bunch, and also too role players needed a break. That they could throw a smoke, the role players get a breather, and there's more gameplay, more immersion in that. But anywho, yeah, I like how they executed the smokes and everything. Yeah, I can't really complain that much. I tried to find something, couldn't. Fenrir, what about you?
No, I really don't have any complaints. Like both times I've gone down there, it's always been good vibes between all of the players. There's never really any issues. Never have to deal with any like overshooting or typical things you deal with in Airsoft. And just the character involvements are awesome.
Yeah, that just a note that this sorry, I'm just looking at my printer. I heard some random noise, so I'll make sure the print doesn't go bad. But yeah, that Rev is not your typical Airsoft game. If you want to go out and you want to shoot people and you want to be like a speed softer or something like that, go to a walk on, do that. That's not Rev. Rev is more a role playing game like Fallout. For those of you who haven't really seen the series or just skipped right to the end right now, that play a walk-on before you play Rev. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
I think generally, yes, there are like a few exceptions. Like I've seen some people who it's their first time and they do great. As far as like throwing themselves into it, but a lot of those people have done like the speed meter, like rent fest or like other kind of larger stuff, so that like brings them into it a bit better. But I would also comment, I think most playstyles can fit into Res if you do them right. Like you can be like a tough hitman as long as you direct yourself against foes that are, you know, fighting back in a way that's worth you shooting that much. Shouldn't be going after like the 12-year-olds or like the 60-year-olds with his kid. If you see somebody that you think can hang one good gunfight, I would take over those people if you're trying to play that play style.
Okay. Fair enough. That's a good point. That like you can make Rev how you want to make it. If you want to make it like a shootout, make it a shootout. If you want to make it like a real life Fallout, which it is pretty much, you can do that. Or if you want to make like a mafia simulator somehow, doing messing around with the bank, you could do that. Which I don't advise messing around with the bank because they're pretty. And also, too, you're set in the center of town, so if you go into town, you're pretty much, I'm not going to say the word, but you are up a creek without a paddle. Yes. So, anywho, day 2 experiences, I know I said my spiel. Skills, what about you? Like, was it the same as day 1 being a role player, or what?
It was a lot of the similar stuff, but at the same time, I was able to, I got everything streamlined. I knew exactly what the process was that I needed. I knew, like, I had a better idea of, like, when I was getting in too deep with people of, like, how to take a break and delegate my work to my assistant role players and other people that were helping out. There was I don't know if I'm not going to mention their name, but there was a player who was super, super helpful. They helped me get my quest out because they weren't feeling the whole running around thing all day. I would love to give a big thank you to them, but I didn't talk to them about this ahead of time, so I'm not going to give somebody to keep worried about their permission. But yeah, like we figured it out, streamlined the process, delegated work appropriately, everybody got to wander a little bit. So it was just a lot smoother on day 2.
Fair enough. That makes total sense. Like you already know what's happening day 1. You already know your quest. You got your script refined. That you know day 2 is going to go a lot smoother than day 1. Probably like you said. Now, Fenrir, what about you? That I know that it was getting pretty hectic at the end of day 2.
Yeah, we over at Cedar Crest we were taking a lot of fire. I guess people really wanted our dome that we had back there because day 1 we had it designated mostly for like the merchants that we had set up and then the kids. So day 2 was more or less assumed to be a free for all for that dome, which it was already guarded and claimed. So we took a lot of fire from a bunch of different factions that wanted to try to take over that dome and the equipment we had for it.
Yeah, and some people, and you were dishing out fire too, which I accidentally wound up on the receiving end of. No, that I was trying. The people that stole my fuel rod at the beginning of day 2, they were in the camp. We were trying to do something with them, and then I wound up getting shot by. I don't want to say it was Sweets. I think it was Sweets, to be completely honest with you, because he told me he was running a sniper rifle.
It could have been Sweets. It also, I don't know who else. Daniel had the poncho, so it could have been him as well.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, shout out to Sweets. For those of you who have seen Chapter 3, that you know the intro, that he does that voice. That seriously, it was awesome that he did that. And I was able to get some people to collaborate on that. Anywho, just a couple more talking points, and then we'll sign off. But what were the best decisions of the day, or best decisions of the event, and worst decisions of the event? Whoever wants to go first. Skills, if you want to go, that you're looking pretty like looking everywhere.
Oh, I was just trying to make sure that like I didn't want to cut off Fenrir if they wanted to talk first. So I was just like waiting for like a is it me or is it them?
He was waiting for a signal.
Oh, okay. Well, Skills, if you want to go for best and worst decisions of the day or of the event, that'll be pretty insightful.
So it's best and worst decisions, right?
Mhm.
So the worst decision I made was probably just like my sleep cycle and like dietary choices. Like I did not sleep enough. I was not drinking enough water despite my best attempts, and like I had delicious food that wasn't healthy, and alcohol.
Oh no.
Not during, but like after, and then waking up from that. Not the best thing in the world, but yeah, it was my choice. I don't get to hang out with the people that I choose there that often, so I'm gonna have fun with it as long as I'm careful and can do everything properly.
Yeah,
But the best thing that I did probably was on day 2. I knew that people were gonna be like really itching to get some of those like last in-game resources. So I think it was like about an hour before index, so like maybe 15 minutes before the angels got, or not the angels, the hunters got released. I held an auction. The auction had one of the bunker keys, which I had in my possession, and a couple of the access chips and a couple of the fuel rod cells. And that got radiation stormed a couple times during that, just because there was a big group of people, and also, somebody, I don't know how they did it, they had like 5 of the 1,000, or whatever the highest denomination bottle caps were, they had like 5 of them, so they cleaned out the auction, and got like so much stuff, and I was looking at them like, hey, maybe you just get one thing so that you don't paint this massive bullseye on your back because you are a crowd of desperate people with guns. They didn't need that look. And so after the auction, they had like an actor key, 3 chips, and like a fuel cell. I was like, this guy is going to get lit up. So I got the Brotherhood of the Beard, which is like one of my most trusted like security forces that I have access to. I was like, all right, I need you to get this person to the Bat House safely. After that, they are not your problem. Let them go. And so they walked them over. They got to the Bat House, cut them loose, and like maybe they got 50 feet after that, and got lit up, looted, and it was just. That was one of my favorite things that I orchestrated because there was like so much tension in that auction when like all the Fortnite were going away. It was really something to look at and see happen in real time.
Just a quick question: where is the Bat House? Did I hear that right? Bat House.
The Bat House is on the little building that is on the far side of the pond.
It's that little shack. Okay, I know where you're talking. Yeah, that explains a lot why he got instantly wrecked after he got past the Bat House. Fenrir, what about you? Then, what were your best and worst decisions?
Best decision I would have to say is we brought a extremely large tote filled with snacks and drinks that helped not only us, but we had other players coming up that were thirsty or hungry, and they were offering caps for food, and we're like, no, it's okay, whatever. If you want a tip, throw a tip in here, this bag right here. And hold on 1 second. Did I lose connection there?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. We still have you.
My sound's coming through my headset now.
If you can see this, you're good. While you're solving that we lost her. So while she's solving that real quick, I'll just explain my best and worst decisions. My worst decision was okay. So I got 3 fuel rods from Wasteland Training Society, just randomly given 3 fuel rods for me, Tyler, and Mike, and we walk off into the sunset, going to COV. We get stopped at that red car. I'm gonna let her back in real quick.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's right. So pretty much just a review. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, best thing was the snacks and the food. Worst decision was too many people in control, that we had too many people promised things that, promised like a position in a dome or something for safety, and we couldn't deliver on.
Yeah, that towards the end there we had about 40 people.
Yep. About
Yeah.
11, what was it, noon maybe on Sunday, I started telling people there's absolutely no space in here. You're more than welcome to hang out and help defend, or you can leave. That's your options at this point. We're not promising any dome spots. I don't care what you have to trade. That's about it.
Yeah, that it was getting a little hairy Sunday evening in the camp, to be completely honest. Like the most nerve-wracking. Sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say the most nerve-wracking thing was I was right at the dome, and I was about to go in. I was like, God, I'm going to die. I'm not going to be able to get in. That was the most nerve-wracking part of the event. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say that's why we only had 3 people that knew where our stash was.
Okay.
So of all of the stuff that we had, only 3 people knew where it was. So that way there was no, okay, well, it's going to be in the bucket or it's going to be there. Now we have to defend it. Nope. We stashed it. We hid it. No one else knew where it was. And right at the very end was when we were like, okay, everyone that's here, go ahead and go in. And these are our people, nobody else.
Yep. Oh, yes. Yes, Skittles.
In a similar vein to that, sorry, this is kind of tangential, I hope it's okay. One of the last little Crescents I played, or one of the last events I played, it was like Pro Crescent 3, I think. The end game object, like, talking about like sitting on objectives all day. The goal was to filter water, which had to be in a certain barrel. This barrel would get you like 20 people to survive. What's it? Me and my friends, we bolted onto the field. We got to Royal Blue's bunker, and inside there were 3 of like the 7 on the field big water buckets that you had to like try and fight for. And so we're sitting there looking at these things like, oh god, this is like 40-second field. And one of my friends, who was much more clever than I, grabs one and just goes screaming out of the bunker with it over his head and just chucks it as hard as he can into the pond. And this massive gunfire erupts, and everybody sees it, so they're all going after it. And meanwhile, we put plywood over the other 2 barrels, and then a tarp and turn it into a table. We were literally like doing trade deals over top of the end game objective all day until eventually it was like 40 minutes left. All right, anybody who's here is in on this stuff now. Help us fill these waters, and you'll get your face in there. And it was just like a 40-minute gunfight with people running back and forth between the lake trying to collect water, and just like in a similar vein of like, when do we talk about the end game objective that we have? Because I don't think we can talk about it right now, and then it comes down to the last hour. And gotta get it done.
Yeah, that's pretty nerve-wracking. That I think honestly, like, if I knew I was that close to an end game objective, like if I was doing trades with you during that event, and then I realized after the fact it was there the entire time, that would have I would have driven myself mad. No, but my worst decision of the event was I forgot who gave me the fuel rods, but I was given 3 fuel rods, one for me, one for Tyler, one for Mike. And we go to COV, or we're making our way to COV. We stop by that red car near the lake between COV and that bunker, if you know what I'm talking
Yep.
about.
Yep.
And we're just talking to this one guy. This guy has an awesome Galil build. And then we just get ambushed, and our stuff gets stolen. And luckily, though, I pack fueled everything. So according to the rules, they only stole 1 fuel rod, which was nice. But yeah, that we spent half a day too trying to track this guy down, track his posse down, and we couldn't. So that was probably a horrible decision. But the best decision had to be listening, actually letting Tyler roll with me and Mike. That Mike messaged me before I was in my Airbnb. He was like, hey, we're on another Discord for PA Airsofters, and he was like, "Hey, you going to Rev? Yeah. You want to roll together? All my guys bailed." And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So we roll together, and then Tyler, like I'm in the auxiliary parking lot, and I haven't met Tyler at that point. He knew of me because we played ambush, and
Mhm.
and he was like, "Hey, you! Oh, by the way, I had a Jackal Tactical shirt. By the way, if you're in Lebanon, PA, or around that area, or if you played ambush, Lingelstown, Poco Loco, Jackal Tactical, great stuff. Great local gear. Or they're not like he gets everything from Evic and other suppliers, but it's great if you want to get some local or help local businesses, and probably get a deal because there we go, Jackal Tactical.
I got one of the big
P-
flags.
How did you get that?
Paul loves me.
Fair enough, but definitely though, if you're shopping for your next airsoft gun, Jackal Tactical, they're in Lebanon. That's their main store, and then they have a store in Conestoga at Ambush. So if you want to swing by there, get your next gun, or if you're just in need of some gear, they do sell pyro. Stop at Jackal. So anywho, yeah, best decision. Like I was saying, like he saw my Jackal Tactical shirt, which I in like if you spent $100 during Christmas, you get to spin a wheel and then you get free stuff, which is awesome.
He
I
did
wore
that all through COVID.
He did.
Yes, all
Oh,
through COVID, he held, because he had to cancel all the events. He held raffles for. I got a Dye i5 with the red lens for $20 raffle.
that's nice, but that I know those raffles were pretty good, but I was talking about how he does if you spend $100 from Black Friday to Christmas.
Yep.
Every time you spend $100, you get to spin a wheel, and then you get a free prize, whether it be an ornament to a tree or a T-shirt or a gift card, something like that. That he was giving those away, or giving it away if you spend $100. I happen to spend $100, and I wore it because I was like, I want to help Jackal out, and also too that it looked pretty cool, and that actually helped me out a lot. That's also another good decision. That helped me out a lot because I had people that were coming up to me and said, "Hey, you play in Pennsylvania? Yeah, I do." Or you shop at Jackal? Yeah. Funny enough, I had between where the bank is and COV. I swear to God, someone was reenacting the DC sniper. Like they were just sniping everyone crossing that field, and I get hit, and I'm standing there waiting for my bleed out, and these 2 guys approach, and they're like, "Okay, what do you have on your? Wait, is that like they were about to loot me?" And they're like, "Hey, do you have any game? Wait, do you shop at Jackal? Yeah, I shop at Jackal. I have the shirt and everything. Hey, that you seem pretty cool. We were gonna loot you, but yeah, we're gonna stem you." So they stemmed me and everything, and then they were helping me out. We were trying to shoot this guy. He was probably wearing a leaf suit. We couldn't find him. But yeah, we were shooting it out. I rezzed them. I was able to get out of there. Unfortunately, I don't have it on camera because, like I said, my camera died because day one I didn't have a battery pack on my camera. I just had the standard battery inside the camera. But yeah, those were probably the best two decisions. So anyway, last topic. Does anyone have anything else they want to talk about before we sign off? Just anything in general about Rev or Ballahack?
Not that I can think of.
Skills, I think we lost your audio. You said something.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
No, it's okay. I've been muting myself because I don't want to record the thing. If you can. It's gonna be dope.
Yes, that Full Crescent 6, yeah, Full Crescent 6, that's what he said, coming to Full Crescent. That's May 21st to 22nd. Unfortunately, like I said, I can't go. Unfortunately, that's like prime season for games, and also traveling with the gas prices nowadays. Like,
Yeah, I have a previous engagement already that weekend.
yeah, I would say if you can stomach the gas prices, go to Fertile Crescent. Swamp Sniper has a video out right now where for Fertile Crescent 5, right?
Six.
6. No, isn't
6 is this year.
6 is this year, 5 was last year. What? Sorry that we're not hearing you that well. All right. So, anywho, I'll just look it up real quick. And my computer is slowly dying. That it's just like loading stuff. So you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll just post as a pinned comment and figure out what Fertile Crescent is next, and we'll go from there after the stream is published and everything. So yeah, I know definitely. Oh, one more thing that I do have to mention: car camping. If you are planning to go to Rev 12, there is no car camping. However, if you do have a RV or something like that, you can camp there. I just want to point that out since we're on the topic of it, about just comments about Rev in general. And yeah, I think that seems about it. So anyway, Skittle, seriously, thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this stream. You're awesome on and off the field. That you made this stream pretty good. I know we didn't get a lot of viewers, but hopefully when this is re-uploaded, a lot of people will check it out. Thank you again. And Fenrir, thank you so much for coming on. Glad to have you. That I hope to see you either on the field Well, I don't know where you are. I don't want to say where you are. Well, because of doxing and stuff. New York. Okay. Well, I hope to see you at an op sometime, or maybe drive down to Ambush and see me.
I was supposed to hit Apocalypse this year, but between work and everything else, it didn't happen for us. But we do tend to go to a lot of Paul's events, especially the ones at EMR and everything. So
yeah,
we're out there.
Yeah, that I hope that you're good people. I hope to see maybe at one of Paul's events, or maybe if I travel up to New York sometime. I don't know, or maybe even Jersey. Maybe if I go to Frontier, Pinnacle. I'm definitely not going to Striker. I am not going to Striker.
I mean, I am commanding at a few events up here at Zulu and Albany Paintball, so
I will think about it. That's a bit of a stretch for me, because that would be about 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Go to Zulu? Yeah, well, it's a stretch. Apocalypse was a little bit of a stretch for me, but yeah. Anyway, again, thank you all for coming. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out Blue Mag Airsoft, link in the description. I had a spiel about it at the beginning of the stream. If you are joining just recently, which is just one person at this point, yeah, definitely check them out. They're a great company. And if you're in the local area, Lancaster County, Lebanon, Dauphin, Philly, go check out Jackal. Seriously, that it's definitely worth the trip. It's like a mini Evic. Like what? How are you supposed to say it?
I've always said e-bike.
I always say Evic, and then they're like, "Up, Evic."
To be fair, Matt and Leah have both said e-bike, so they worked there. I think they should know, right?
They're sponsored. They don't work.
Sponsored.
Well, anyway. Oh, I didn't know there was a chat here. Huh. Well, at the end of the stream, now we know that there's a chat option on Restream. So, you guys, see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for more notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.